Hello everyone, welcome to the Buzz the Prey Manga. Today we continue the latest Global Freeze chapter, rewritten and edited by me in English for a smooth reading experience. All visuals and story flow are personally edited to give you the best manga style storytelling. Support the original creator by checking the official manga. So let's dive right into the today's chapter.
Chapter 2840, The Star of Pregnancy, the last of the four, is the powerful Barberta from the Nor tribe. This tall, thin man, who was skilled at spatial folding, now looked like an old man suffering from arthritis, with every movement stiff and awkward. Within this damned entropy reduction domain, the spatial abilities of the are suppressed the most severely. After all, even Zhang Yi's space is compressed, let alone this damn place. Barberta was the first to lose his composure. Slowly swallowed a mouthful of compressed food, cursing under his breath. Blood is about to freeze. Damn chaos. Damn starry sky corridor. She raised her head and looked at the steel behemoth in the distance that radiated a warm light even in the darkness, her eyes burning with jealousy. You guys are inside enjoying the warmth, eating steak and sleeping soundly, while we're here like beggars, warming ourselves by the fire? I should have known better than to take this assassination mission. He glanced at the three of them and said coldly, "If you want to talk, then charge over there and fight them. Let's see who has the bigger firepower." "Shut up." A cold, sinister voice rang out, abruptly silencing Barberta's complaints. The one speaking was Jingmeng from the Nightmare Clan. There is no fire because spirits do not need heat, but still felt uncomfortable. The rules here were suppressing the spread of spiritual power. Compete? What will we use to compete? Pointing at Barberta and the others, he said, "Look at yourselves. Aren't you all starving? You have a super fortress, just waiting for us to come and attack. Complaining won't solve anything. Edward, if you want to rush in and die, I won't stop you." The sound that startled me from my dream was like a whisper coming from the depths of a dream. You all saw the defense system of the sea fortress. Its physical defense is comparable to that of a starship, and although its energy shield is suppressed, it's still enough to withstand your sneak attacks. Not to mention that Zhang Yi still has that damned god-slaying bow. When the god-slaying bow was mentioned, the spider demon ramped beside him instinctively shrank his neck. The previous few tribes were all shot in the head by that bow, as if they were being called out by name. What should we do then? Are we just going to watch? Barba, a member of the Nor tribe, gritted his teeth. The orders from above are to eliminate in the starry sky corridor. If leaves here alive and reaches its limit, its warships will regain power and will have even less of a chance. What's the rush? Jingmeng let out a contemptuous sneer. He stretched out a hand as pale as smoke and gently poked at the embers in the stove. I know a lot about this sixth-generation type of creature. We are carbon-based beings, and our bodies and minds have limits. That chaos hasn't slept for half a month, has he? Jingmeng looked up and saw the two will-o'-the-wisps flickering eerily in the darkness. I am on guard against you. I am afraid that you will enter my dream. I thought I could get away with it as long as I didn't sleep. Little did I know that this prolonged, forced wakefulness was destroying my mental defenses. A person's will is like a rubber band. The tighter it is stretched, the faster it breaks. As long as I'm still breathing, as long as I'm still a carbon-based substance, I will definitely fall asleep. Even if it's just a second of days. Even if it's just a momentary nap. The voice that had been piercing the dream turned incredibly chilling, carrying a despairing certainty, and suddenly snapped its fingers. A sharp snap rang out sharply in the deathly silence of the night. That will be the day of my death. Qi San stared at Jingmeng, without any doubt about what she said. The Nightmare Clan, while not among the top-tier races, is second only to those other races. The monks are the embodiment of nightmares, and no race wants to provoke them. In a direct confrontation, the spider demon could tear S body apart in one move. However, once one enters the dream realm of the queen, to put it bluntly, even a queen-level being might perish without sufficiently strong mental power. In a sense, all of the members of this group are rule-based ability users. So, Jingming glanced around at the three of them, her tone frighteningly calm. We don't need to do anything now. We don't need to launch a full-scale attack. We don't need to expose ourselves. We only need to do one thing, wait. Like the most patient hunter, waiting for the prey to exhaust itself. The starry sky corridor is vast, and our journey is long. We have plenty of time to play this cat-and-mouse game with you. The three of them exchanged glances, their anxiety gradually subsiding, replaced by a cold and ruthless expression. Then let her enjoy herself for a few more days. The spider demon ramped sharpened its fangs. When you finally break down, I'll tear your battle armor apart with my own hands and bite off pieces of your flesh. Hee hee. CG let out a low laugh in the cold wind. What we don't know is that in that faraway, warm fortress, the woman we see as prey is working with the world's smartest woman to weave a vast web for us. True hunters often appear as prey. Deep within the starry sky corridor, 6 super powerful figures from various realms took the lead, venturing into the heart of the area. This place possesses an extremely terrifying, chaotic energy storm, yet the 6 super powerful beings with their powerful foundations can deal with it with remarkable ease. Qing Tsong of the Tyrannosaurus clan said casually, "A race that has already fallen and perished can only leave behind such a legacy. A laughable suicide attack, attempting to rebel against the creator, will ultimately be in vain." He even looked at the white dragon and the black dragon with some doubt. Does the so-called Omega Staircase really exist in this place? Bai Longzi glanced at him indifferently. The Dragon Clan and the Tyrannosaurus clan had always been at odds, so it was not unexpected that Qing Tsong would target him. The man said, "The message comes from ancient rope records. If you don't believe it, you can still leave now." Qing Tsong was speechless after being rebuked by Bai Longzi and immediately snorted coldly. "Since we're already here, we should at least see the end." They had entered a chaotic and bewildering area, or rather a world. Here space stretched out one after another. The once glorious and supreme Star Clan had mastered the ultimate spatial technology. They could create different small worlds, but those were just illusions, like pinching folds on the spatial plane of the universe to form false spaces. As the demons ventured deeper, more and more mayfly spirits began to appear and attack them. However, the powerful figures of the 6 major races joined forces, overcoming all obstacles and ruthlessly shattering it. As the group entered the depths of a long corridor, they were shocked to find a huge yellow planet blocking their path in the starry sky ahead. Knock, 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 knock. A slow but enormous rumble echoed throughout the space. The powerful figures of the 6 races felt their own hearts pounding. Is that the sound of a cat jumping? Chapter 2841 The Infiltrator. The rich life force emanating from the infiltrator startled everyone. They stared intently at the enormous yellow planet ahead, wondering, could it be that a life form is gestating inside? The eyes of the feathered people, the mirror, gleamed with golden light. Along the way, they have witnessed that the ultimate goal of the Star Clan is to create a super life form, attempting to surpass creation and establish divinity. The deeper you go, the stronger the life forms that appear. This might be a secret to other races, but it's no secret to the 6 super races that once dominated an era because they too had such ideas or tried them. The powerful Debo of the human race said in a deep voice, "No matter what this thing is, I only know that we must not let it be born. When the star corridor crashes into the solar system, it is already destined to become the mortal enemy of all races." This life form was born from the combined resentment of billions of Star Clan members. If it were to come into being, it might be even more terrifying than the Druk gods. Then what are we waiting for? Smash it! With a sharp shout, Qing Tsong clenched his fist and punched directly at the enormous yellow planet in front of him. Boom! A terrifying bolt of lightning erupted from his fist, instantly traversing a distance of thousands of kilometers between them. The lightning struck the yellow planet with tremendous force, but it did not shatter it. The yellow planet suddenly shook violently, and a dazzling light burst forth from its body, as bright as the sun. Everyone squinted and stepped back. From within the yellow planet, the light grew even brighter, and within that endless radiance, A black shadow was born, like an embryo, curled up inside an eggshell. Bai Longzi couldn't help but say, "There really is a life being nurtured here. Could this be the final act of the Starry Sky clan? Kill him no matter what." With a roar, Ching Tsang unleashed an even stronger thunderous force from his hands, which pierced through the starry sky like two sharp swords, striking the egg, which was as large as a planet, and was struck repeatedly. The egg shook more and more violently, and the black embryo that had been curled up in the middle of the egg slowly opened its eyes. Its two large, round eyes were blood red, but they emitted hundreds and thousands of rays of light, staring intently at everyone. Its heavy body slowly expanded in the egg liquid, revealing a pair of sticky and huge wings. This strange appearance made Bai Longzi and the others feel heavy-hearted. Rumble. Meanwhile, above 0-point star, Zhang Yi and the others were steadily moving forward, hoping to reach the node on 0-point star and then escape. Suddenly, a powerful cosmic storm erupted from the depths of the starry sky corridor, causing the entire 0-point star to tremble slightly. Zhang Yi narrowed his eyes. It looks like there's a lot of fighting going on deep inside the starry sky corridor. Deng Shintong walked over. "Shouldn't we go and take a look quickly?" Zhang Yi glanced at him indifferently and rubbed her temples. After not sleeping for several days, he was inevitably somewhat exhausted. He said, "Don't go looking for death. That's not a world we can touch now." He didn't know what lay deep within the starry sky corridor, but he was very clear about his purpose: to take the opportunity to eliminate most of the races on planet that posed a threat to him. As for those so-called more valuable treasures, he was not greedy. It would be best if he could get them, but it wouldn't matter if he couldn't. He wasn't so arrogant as to think that he could contend with super races like the Dragon Clan or the Tyrannosaurus Clan. He drew back the curtains and looked through the defensive barrier of the great castle at the distant, desolate plain. The cold storm was still blowing, and no other race could live as freely and comfortably as they did. However, those who come here are all strong individuals from various races, so they are unlikely to freeze to death due to a little bit of cold. Zhang Yi squinted. He hadn't slept for more than half a month, but he could still feel someone spying on him in the dark. This is the instinct to foresee danger possessed by advanced time-based ability users. He knew that during this operation, the Nightmare Clan would definitely come after him. Moreover, given their previous failed experiences, they will be more cautious this time. However, due to the agreement made when the allied forces of 10,000 races set out, he could not possibly take action to find the Nightmare Clan hiding in the shadows. In other words, the decision to initiate a war rests in the hands of the Nightmare Clan. "I have never liked to put my fate in the hands of others," Zhang Yi said calmly. "If you still don't make a move, then I'll give you a chance." At this time, Zhang Yi gathered all the members of the Sea Fortress together, including the allied forces of the Spirit Clan, Luo Qiao, and the Sea Abyss Clan, Shun Foam, and others. He frankly stated, "Someone is already watching us." Upon hearing this, many people's expressions turned very serious. Deng Shintong said in a deep voice, before setting off, all the races had already made an agreement that they would absolutely not betray their allies at this time. Otherwise, they would be punished by all the races. Are these people really not afraid of death? Zhang Yi said calmly, "As long as we do it discreetly enough and no one finds out, then everything will be fine, right? If we really get killed by someone else and they can't find any concrete evidence, what can anyone do to them?" Luo Qiao of the Spirit Clan was a refined and handsome man. He smiled at Zhang Yi, with 3 large, semi-transparent fish always swimming around him. "These guys are all targeting you, after all. You've offended too many people recently." Zhang Yi shrugged. "What can I do? The 6 generations are weak, and our strength is too weak. If I don't take a tough stance, we'll probably be wiped out long ago." What were the conditions they proposed at the original All Races conference? The best outcome would be to relocate all 6th-generation people to the Australian continent, leave them to fend for themselves, and prohibit them from participating in any competition for resources. Luo Qiao smiled faintly. "Lord Yuanma has already instructed us to do our best to help you, so if you need anything, please feel free to ask." After all, we are allies now. His feelings for Zhang Yi weren't enough to justify him going through fire and water for her, but he had no choice but to obey Bai Longzi's orders. The 6 super races are like 6 gangs, and they are the branches under those gangs. The dragon has spoken. How can these disciples disobey? Shunfeng of the Haiyuan clan also frankly said, all the powerful individuals above the queen level have gone into the deepest part of the Starry Sky corridor to search for the secrets of the Starry Sky clan. Those remaining above Zero Star are at most Black Knight level.
That's it.
Don't worry,
Great
if they
chapter.
really want to take your life,
Tell me in the
I,
comments which part you
Shunfeng,
enjoyed
can
the
hold off
most.
2 or
If
3
you
of
know
them for
manga
you.
style stories, don't forget to like the video and subscribe the Buzz Play Manga. See you in the next chapter with more surprises. Thank you.